southeast on Bakalakadaka Street.
Great song. 66 Samus. It's his cover. I love how he decided at the beginning, if you go to listen on his YouTube channel, he's like, yeah, I'm not doing the intro. Let's go. And he just starts the song. Yeah, there's none of that America at the beginning. So, yeah. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's having a happy Saturday. I swear to God, this one guy, the puppet in the middle here on our background, they clearly like designed that to look like Kurt Russell.
I don't know if that was the intention, but that was the result.
Yeah.
It sure seems it. Anima Confusa has been a member for 30 months. It's almost like she loves the show and me.
Today I don't. That movie was not for me.
He hated the movie. It was funny.
That's the third time I have to sit through a movie.
And I went through
not
so much detail of explaining what was happening in order to soften the blow, but she just still fucking hated it. But I heard her chuckle at a couple of things. The whole Matt Damon thing.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. And again, I'm going to play this one too because I just fucking love this one video. Because Trey Parker and Matt Stone are fucking geniuses.
I've got 5 terrace going southeast on Bakalakadaka Street.
From Bakalakadaka Street. And when you watch it, there's so many little Easter eggs to real world objects that are hidden. Like the one guy right there, the main character there, has it. If you look on his belt, hanging from it, there's fucking fingernail clippers on it.
Yep.
Crazy shit. So yeah, I've been a fan of this, and it was a huge hit theatrically, made a lot of money. Should have had a sequel, but they didn't want to do it after making the first one was such a arduous nightmare of trying to get everything done, you know. And the whole point of making the movie was because, you know, they hate actors. They hate working with actors, and they can't stand the egos. It's the same thing I've run into. It's why I don't work in Hollywood. I just won't do it because I've been out there and I did not like those people at all. And Matt and Trey just, you know, I think Matt's a little more soft to them because you'll hear him compliment things, but Trey just kinds of shits on him. And they're friends with George Clooney and Matt Damon. In fact, George Clooney went, I think he's either best man or one of the whatever they're called, the guys, the groomsmen, whatever they call them, at Trey Parker's wedding.
Really?
Yeah.
The best man.
Yeah. He was either best man or one of the groomsmen. I can't remember.
We
But,
have the
I
lovely
know.
Sherry.
Hey,
Look at that.
Sherry's here.
Hi,
Look
Sherry.
at that.
Good to see you.
The things we have to do to bring you here.
Yeah, right?
Well, this is such a classic film, and I get some people don't like because Brad didn't like it either. You know, Lauren's boyfriend. I hate saying boyfriend, but he is not his kind of humor either. He's not into it. But I just laughed. I said, "Look, man, I
You
can't help
can
it.
you can
I'm
tell
somewhat
Brad and I like him
childish
even more now.
and juvenile with my humor, and I tend to, a lot of my quick wit when I respond to people is just either sardonic or sarcastic juvenile humor. I think that this movie is one of the last few movies to use practical effects. It kind of was because this was right at that moment where there was this transition to doing all CG, and there is CG in the film, but it's not in the effects. The computers that were used in the film were for managing the cameras and some of
And
the
the
equipment.
mouth of the
The software, it was what was the name of it again? Because I'm guessing it's either from the Netherlands or from it's Scandinavian, whatever it is. It might
I
be
see that.
Sweden.
I
But
couldn't
what
really
do you remember the
understand
name
it.
of
I
it?
can tell you it's not German.
Do you remember the name?
No,
No, I
I
can't
couldn't
remember.
truly
That's what I was
understand
wondering.
it, but it's obviously not German.
It's clearly like it's Scandinavian name, and they developed this software that they used to work the mouths of these things. And really, to be honest with you, they went in overdrive to recreate something that was being done in the 60s with Jerry Anderson's Century 21 pictures. And he developed what's referred to as super marionation. And his marionettes were 1/3 of the human size and about 22 inches tall. And they did the same thing here, and they were emulating it, and it's clearly they're inspired by Jerry Anderson's work, from Thunderbirds to Captain Scarlet. You just didn't get better than those two shows for action and the use of marionettes and miniatures and just Jesus, man. And what they did is they actually took an old software where the mouth moves because they had it was audio sensitive. So the mouth would move when you were talking, it would move to the sounds you were making. And that's something they developed in the late 60s. Barbie doll porn, yep. And it freaked the MPAA out. And they wouldn't allow them to do the pudding poop scene where a doll clearly doesn't have real poop. They used pudding for him to poop on her. Or was it her on him?
Her on him because she gave her the
Yeah, she
yes.
guessed. And they're doing 69s and just doggy style, but they have no fucking genitals. So what was the MPAA fucking having a beef with? And this is something Trey Parker and Mattson have been dealing with for a long time, because if you go all the way back to the South Park movie, they were just getting banged up by the MPAA. And the MPAA is just a bunch of fucking assholes. They will tell you, no, we're going to give you an estimate to do something about this. You've got too many. Tell me what it is you need removed. Well, we can't tell you what to remove. Why can't they tell them?
Oh,
Why can't they tell them what they're gigging them on? It's stupid. That's what the whole movie, this movie is rated R, was all about. Did you ever see that documentary, Martin?
oh yes.
Great. Hi, Nadia. You want to join us? They basically made this movie about the MPAA. It's a cult. And we owe it all to Steven Spielberg, because he felt that there should be something between PG and R because of Raiders of the Lost Ark. So he worked with them over there at the MPAA and came up with PG-13. Thanks, Steven Spielberg. he worked directly with this cult. Hey, Wade, I don't know. The MPAA is just such a bizarro organization. Stingray's another one. That submarine one was Stingray, and then they had the flying car one, but they weren't as good. That wasn't Super Marionation yet. Super Marionation came about with Thunderbirds and Captain Scarlet. Oh, cool. Vampire Stream. I don't know what to think of that. There's so many ways I could interpret that.
Better if you don't.
Thank you. Hey, Dracula, what's going on? I don't know. I've been pissing blood. Blah. Man, you're drinking too much blood, man. You're pissing it now.
You can stop now, Gary.
Well, it's a stream. I'm talking about stream. It's a good joke. So, see, Penny is here. Sandra is here. Tom Baker is here. The lovely Sherry. Pop Culture Republic is here too. What's up? Slasher Fred, of course, is here. And Nadia and Real Wade Nation Gaming. Good to see all you guys. Hope everybody's having a good day. Happy Saturday. And it's so funny that this very vulgar movie is really kind of an homage to a kid's show. And it's funny because when you saw the first clip of this at a video store, they were playing it in the kids section on the monitor. What were you telling me?
No, they have it on the shelves for kids.
Yeah.
Oh, they had it on the shelves. I thought they were playing a clip from it. I misunderstood you. So either way it goes, it was in the children's section. Oh my God.
And they wouldn't believe him when Martine told them, this is not a kid's movie. You need to put that away.
There's sex in it, for God's sake. Dolls having sex. So, the Horror with Nads. Do we have somebody here with the name Horror with Nads? Look at that. Oh, that's
Nadia.
Oh, Nadia. I get it now. I didn't catch that. I looked so quickly, I thought it was Nadia, but yeah, that's Nads. Oh my God, girl. Yeah, wrong place for the movie. Hey, Gambit, how you doing? I hope everybody enjoyed that intro that was here for that. That was fun. I made that last night before I went to bed. I was trying to find a cover of the song America, Fuck Yeah. And so I found it. It was awesome. And I tested it on YouTube, didn't get claimed. So I'm like, okay, good. I'll use that one. Eventually, it'll probably get claimed down the line. I'm not worried about it. Let's see. This is why I hate it when we don't have panelists on here. It's like I end up doing almost all of the talking.
What do you expect me to do talking when I didn't even like this?
I know. I don't expect you to. I didn't say that. I said I hate it when we don't have a panel because then I end up doing all the talking.
I was hoping Shernatsky could join us, or Steven.
Oh, I was hoping that Steven would join us, deleted scenes.
There's a message in YouTube chat from Slasher Fred that is I'm not getting here, so I cannot highlight it. But it says, did you know that in the 60s, there was a series called Fireball XL5, which also used puppetry? I didn't know
Jerry
about
Anderson.
that one.
Yeah. Jerry Anderson made a bunch of shows starting really in between 60 and 62. And you had the flying car, you had the submarine one, you had the kid spy one, Joe. There's a bunch of them. I've got them all because I'm a big Jerry Anderson fan, and I'll just pop them in at night when I'm going to bed. Helps me relax. So yeah, clearly you're a fan too. Yeah, I love Jerry Anderson's work, man. Anima does not like them. She can't stand puppets. For me, it's not puppets. It's not clowns, even though I don't like clowns. I think there's something weird about not being able to see what somebody's really feeling. That's a fake face. I don't like fake faces. But what I didn't like as a kid was the Harlequin dolls, the porcelain painted-faced Harlequin dolls. And my grandmother in Arizona, my mom's mom, she was a real bitch. And none of us liked her. And my room, she she would stack those things around my bed when I was a
What?
kid. Yeah,
So
yeah.
fucked up.
Oh, we had a war, she and I.
Why would you
And
torture a kid like that?
well, I told you, we got back at her in very passive ways. Like she would lock the doors and wouldn't let us in the house if she wasn't there. Like if she had to go down to work in Phoenix, she had to go to because my aunt Maddie and she owned the largest hair salon in Phoenix, and so they would she would run there, or she also had a smaller salon in the house where she could. There was a separate door to get in there, and so she would lock the house up if she left, and we weren't allowed to go in the house. But what she didn't know is her little dog door for the Chihuahuas, I fit through them. So my
Oh my
brothers
God.
and sisters would stand outside. I would crawl through the door, unlock the door. We'd go in the house. We'd raid the kitchen eating food.
She deserved that.
And when we knew it was about time for her to come home, we'd clean it all up. And then everybody would go out the door, shut the door, and then I would lock it and then slip back out the dog door. And we'd act like we'd been out there the whole time. She was trying to figure out where the food was going. Like, God damn, I remember we emptied a ketchup bottle one afternoon.
Hey,
Yeah,
boss,
those
look at the
porcelain
private
things.
chat, please. A porcelain doll. Oh yeah, I remember those eyes. Ugh.
They are super creepy.
Oh yes, the Thunderbirds. I freaking love the Thunderbirds. I grew up seeing that show. And that's where we got this tech.
Yeah, Thunderbirds is really probably the biggest inspiration for this film because they emulate it with the vehicles and everything. In fact, they have this one that's flies, and it's also a sub. This movie is the first puppetry movie since The Dark Crystal. I'm trying to think. I mean, technically, no, because you have the Muppet movies that came out. But I know what you're saying. Because with the Muppet movies, you have people interacting with them. What you're saying is solid puppetry. And I think you're right. I think that Dark Crystal was the last all puppet cast movie before this one. So you're looking at probably 20 years, 22 years. I think that came out in 81 or 82. Which one was it? 82. Dark Crystal. I think that was 82.
Dude,
the year my woman was born.
Did you see the Netflix show of Dark Crystal?
1982. The Netflix series. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
That was awesome.
I was sad that they didn't want to continue it. I think Henson Studios should continue that show elsewhere.
Why didn't they want that?
I think it was too expensive.
Oh.
Netflix didn't want to pay it. Yeah. There you go, Martin. Love the theme song for Stingray. That was a catchy theme. Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, I kind of enjoyed all of their music. I love the theme, but what's funny is you didn't get the theme at the beginning of the show for Captain Scarlet. It had a catchy ending theme. At the beginning, there's no real theme. You just hear the eerie music, somebody walking down an alleyway they pull up a pistol and there's Captain Scarlet. They shoot at him and doesn't harm him. He's nigh invincible. Another thing that's kind of cool about this film is the miniatures. They had to build all these miniatures.
And the cars.
From scratch.
That must
the guns, everything had to be built and sculpted and shit. There was a lot. I mean, this is what I love in filmmaking, because the wonderful thing about making movies is it is the one medium that uses every form of artwork to do one movie. From drawing, painting, to sculpting, to design, costume design, acting, music. I don't think there's an art form out there that's not used in filmmaking. I'd be surprised if somebody could prove me wrong on that. I would be shocked because they use everything. Yeah, Fireball Z. Yeah.
I just love the dedication of the people.
I'll be
building
right back.
This.
Taking care of the background noise. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Fireball XL5, Space City, and of
I
course
don't-
UFO. I mean, when UFO was his first step away from puppets.
I
And
love this movie.
Yeah. So UFO, which came out in '72 and ran slowly. It's like it has technically 2 seasons, but it was really just one long season that lasted 4 years. And UFO has one of the best themes from all of the stuff. I consider it even better than Space 1999's theme. Yeah, the original film is fantastic. Absolutely. And they manage most of the time. It's really funny. I recently finally broke down to watch The Muppets Christmas Carol because I didn't want to watch it.
Why?
I did too, and it was
I was about to
better.
explain.
Sorry, it was better than I thought.
No, go ahead. It was. I actually did enjoy it. I had problems with it, story-wise, but I enjoyed it. Michael Caine was good in it, and what made it so good with Michael Caine is that he didn't act like he was acting with puppets. He acted like he was in a serious movie, and it made it work for me. But I had so many problems with it because they messed with the story a little bit in a way I didn't like. And that's why I think I avoided it, because I knew I'd probably have a problem with it. Now, this is one of my favorite moments where you have a puppet with a puppet. This puppet, this marionette is playing with a smaller marionette. And another cool thing they did in this scene and in other scenes is they built smaller and smaller figures for the background to give it a sense of scale and distance, when actually it's really not a very big set. But because the further away they were, the smaller figures were. So it looked really good. The crazy shit around this Champs-Élysées. And you got the Eiffel Tower, the Sacré-Cœur, the Louvre, and
Arc de Triomphe.
Arc de Triomphe, all in one little spot.
Yeah, so they can be all destroyed at once.
I know,
Yes.
but they were doing it as a joke because so many people that visit that have never been to Paris, in their minds, they think it's all in one lumped area. I love this villain here. He's got this
They are
look.
making fun of
I always
Americans.
laugh
They
at
do it
this.
for Egypt.
It's
too.
not just Americans. I know a lot of foreigners that don't know where things are if they've never been to a country. They just have no sense of the geography. And
Dude.
I mean, I've had Japanese friends that are just completely lost. They're like, where? It's like, is it close? No, it's not close.
Dude, the best thing is that the cobblers of the street are croissants.
Yeah, croissants. Yeah, I know. All the topiary are poodles.
Oh my god!
Did you see the topiary? They're all poodles. And of course, they got to have a mime there. Yeah, Lord Thoth, what's up, buddy? Did you know that Nick Leone had a few puppet shows? One of my favorites was a series called Today's Special, which took place Saturday. No, I didn't know about that. I didn't watch a lot of Nick. What I watched was what my daughter watched. She loves SpongeBob. And what's the one with the girl and her brother living in an apartment after their parents died? And Carly, iCarly.
Never heard of that.
Yeah. This is so funny because when I sat there watching, going, what are they going to do here? And then they just bump them into each other. And the action music makes it sound like it's just a massive fight. Oh my God, it was so fucking ridiculous. And the violence in this, shooting people, just because that was a joke again about the MPAA. The MPAA has a problem with all the sex, but they don't have a problem with the gore, the violence. And they
Hey,
did the same
Mike.
thing with the South Park movie. Hey, Mike, why don't you join us, buddy? And does he stream today too? I don't know. No, it's Fridays. You're off. Join us.
Yeah, join us. Do it.
And of course, there's the Louvre. Ends up, some of the stuff on here are just like printed on cardboard, like the top of the Louvre there, the building isn't even like three dimensional. It's a flat image.
Everything is burned, and the city is reduced to rubble.
Yeah, but look at
Yeah.
the hat on the little kid. It's like no one would. I mean, I don't know. It's just funny to me. But anyways.
And of course, they do the
Louvre,
typical.
Gary.
Because look, I'm going to tell you guys how this movie got inspired before we talk about this scene. I got to pause it. So basically, what they wanted to do was do a complete remake of, I think it was Armageddon, wasn't it? I think it was Armageddon.
Yeah.
They wanted to remake
Mm.
that with puppets. And that's what ended up leading to this, because they wanted to make fun of both Michael Bay and Jerry Bruckheimer with their stupid fucking dialogue, their stupid fucking drama scenes, and their stupid love relationship thing problem. Pearl Harbor. They even make fun of Pearl Harbor in this.
Oh,
They
yeah,
opened
they-
the
they
gate
got-
on Pearl Harbor,
The line is in the song is Pearl Harbor sucks and I miss you. They shit on Ben Affleck's acting. And it says, and Cuba Gooding's role should have been bigger in the song. It's just like great fucking lyrics. So they wanted to make fun of that kind of movie making, that epic fucking crap, popcorn munching, movies. And so they ended up going with this story where it's clearly still making fun of that, while also doing a great homage to all the shit that Jerry Anderson did with Century 21 Productions. So in this one here, you find out very quickly this guy's in love with the other girl, Jill. I think her name is Jill. I think it's Jill. And names don't matter in this movie. Not one single name. He's in love with her, and after this fucking horrendous battle where they destroy Paris, just to kill these terrorists, and they're like, everything is bone. Everything is bone. Oh, we lost Wade.
Yeah, he said he will be right back.
Okay, so it's not Deep Impact. It's a takeoff on Armageddon. Deep Impact was the more dramatic film done by Mimi Leader, and I consider it the
Gary.
better film. Oh, no problem, buddy.
I just
So,
couldn't tell if I was talking.
oh,
or
you're
not.
saying Armageddon is a ripoff? No, they are not slashers. Hear this out. They were shot simultaneously, and they were both aware of each other. And it was a
But
race to the finish line. Who was going to get their movie first in Armageddon 1? But Deep
they are
Impact was the better of the two.
Different movies, very different movie.
Very different, still same subject. They have some of the same themes in it. In fact, they have the same objective of stopping the asteroid. Is the basic premise. Trying to save
Yeah.
people on Earth. But anyway, they were making fun of that with this movie. So in this scene, they introduce the love aspect of the characters. That right after destroying Paris, he walks up to her and gives her a ring, asking her to marry him. So you know immediately he is going to die. Because that's how these kinds of movies work. You just go, well, he's dead. He just told us that he has plans for the future. He's fucked.
It's so absurd. Right after this massacre on the streets of Paris.
I know, it's so ridiculous. And
Who
there,
proposes like
and it's
that?
not, the movie isn't being ridiculous. It's making fun of that. This movie is a parody of the
Yes.
stupidity of filmmaking today. And then the bullet hits the door. No, they don't. They speak. They use words. Like durka durka, bakalaka, shit like that. Bakalaka, jihad. It's
That
fucking
comes up a
crazy.
lot.
Is there something about Matt Damon? Yes, there is.
Oh, yes, it is.
And I could go ahead. I have a lot of clips. So I'm going to play this one more time because it makes me so fucking giddy.
I've got 5 terrorists going southeast on Bakalakadaka Street.
Oh my God, this fucking movie. And we've been playing this one for a long time. Oh God, this whole scene. And by the way, if you write anything about the disease in the chat, YouTube will block you from posting it. It won't allow it through. They have filters. So this is a great moment.
I like you. You have balls. I like balls.
I just fucking love that. And this is like making fun of the movie Rent. And somebody asked me if I wanted to go see Rent. I went, no. They said, you're homophobic. Because I don't like that kind of stuff doesn't make me homophobic. I have a lot of gay friends and family. I love them deeply. Not afraid of them. I'm not afraid of becoming one. What is homophobia? Like, are you saying that they're afraid of gays or afraid of becoming gay? It's like it's not a phobia. It's a made up thing. It's not a fucking phobia. And what it does, it diminishes the meaning of phobia. That's one thing that people that use that kind of language do. They make things that matter not matter anymore by emphasizing something, focusing on something. It's ridiculous. So, but anyway,
Okay, we have sex, and
hey,
know what,
Zaz is here.
you know what that means.
Yeah, he needs to join us. Get in here with us. Yeah, shut up, Kyle, and get in here. You got to join us, man. I'd love to see you. So this whole thing's making fun of Rent, and it's called Lease. And they sing this song, Everybody's Got AIDS. It's just so fucking funny. And the funniest part is when they do the outro to it. AIDS, 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 and then they go out of order. It just sort of dies at the end. It's funny as hell. And everybody's like, "You're the greatest actor ever. How do you pull it out?" He's of course like got the dimpled cheeks, the jaw, square jaw, and the Rob Lowe meets Brad Pitt look. Days in the straights and the whites in the space. What the fuck? Everybody's got it. The Pope has got it. It's so fucking rude. And then everybody's like giving a standing ovation at the end. All the puppets stand up and applaud.
It's so funny.
Immune deficiency syndrome, not human. But
it's so funny how like modernized they were and how old this is. Like, think of it now. Like with the actors and everything. But
yeah, he corrected it. There you go.
Yeah.
And it's not immune, it's immuno, by the way. I'm the guy from the medical background.
Well, I wouldn't know it in English, I know it in German.
By the way, I got to talk about this. I ran a poll. I ran a poll on my page this week because I watched the latest episode of The Pit, which is kind of like a quasi-cousin to ER. And in the scene, they got this new intern who's just a fucking bumbling idiot. And he just keeps getting fluids of some sort on his uniform or, scrubs. So he keeps having to switch out scrubs. During this 4 hours, he's had to change like 5 times in 4 hours. He's had to change his scrubs. And so they get this guy who was bicycling in the desert. And he got an infection, a bacterial infection. And he also has a big blood blister. And so the doctor in charge tells the young intern, "You're going to need to debride that." So he goes to get geared up. And before he even goes and gets geared up, I'm like, he's not going to get fucking protective mask. Because whenever you're going to work with anything that's got fluids, you want a
Face
mask
shield,
on.
man.
You
need a
want that
face
protective mask of your face. You don't want to work with fluids when you don't have protection for your face, especially if he's got a bacterial infection, because then you can get it in your eyes, nose, or mouth. And and he doesn't. So I did a poll just to see. I gave him 3 things that is an absolute must that you have to have when you do debridement of a blood blister. And I listed finally that one, and it was 100%. Everybody knew that was it, but not this fucking idiot on the show. And it does happen when he goes to do it. He doesn't know that there is actually an artery attached to this blister. So when he opens it, the artery explodes on him.
Yikes.
And it didn't. Nobody addressed that this guy just got diagnosed with a bacterial infection, and that blood went into his face, and that he now has an open artery around where this bacterial infection is. Well, that's a huge fucking concern. And so anyway, I enjoy the show still. I like it.
I
But that
decided
was
to
funny.
wait till the end of the season and then binge it, because my problem is watching an hour pieces a week apart. You just lose track. So I decided I'm going to binge watch this to follow.
By the way,
story.
everybody, I forgot about this scene here because it's so fucking funny when the boss, I forget his name, wants to talk to him. He goes, you just want to have sex with me? You want me to go down on you? He goes, no, I just want to talk to you. Get into the car. I do not want to have. And then, like, after he's done talking, and gives him the whole spiel, he turns to him and says, "Okay, now suck my dick." The look on his face. That's just
Isn't this made by the people that made South Park?
yeah.
Yes.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone. In fact, Trey Parker does probably 70% to 80% of the voices in the damn thing.
It's pretty
He
funny
does a
when
fantastic job.
when you're
His
watching the
work-
credits, it's his name all over.
Yeah. His work as Kim Jong-il is fantastic, man.
Oh, it's so good.
Because he finds the accent that he wants, and he doesn't lose it, even when he's singing in that voice. That's skill. And I was impressed with what he did. You're a perfect weapon, Gary. God damn. Acting is, they treat it and even admitted to it, that acting in this movie is like the Force is in Star Wars, that having it is one of the greatest skills that you can have in the world. And so that's why they emphasize actors, because they fucking hate actors. And by the way, what I remember reading is actually that's a female with the fake mustache, Driver.
Yes.
And
I didn't realize.
I thought it was really effeminate. Like, what is up with that? And then I read, oh, that is a female in a disguise.
That is hilarious. I didn't catch it till you just said that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's why she looks at him the way she does when he walks away. But that when adults first saw the movie, they were expecting to see a kid-friendly new. No, I knew what was coming because I knew Trey Parker and Matt Stone. But again, I'm going to reiterate that story that Martin was talking about earlier, where he went to his local video store and they had this movie in the children's section. And he tried to tell them, it's not a children's movie, and nobody would believe him. It's like, no, it's got nasty stuff in it. Fucked up humor. You do not want this.
Naughty stuff.
And the gentleman that did the voice of this has been in a lot of stuff. God, you'll find him on Rick and Morty, Family Guy. I've heard him on The Simpsons too, and he's been on South Park as well.
I think everybody has been on The Simpsons.
He's got that
Definitely.
great voice.
You're wrong, Anima, because Gary hasn't been on The Simpsons.
I state everyone that has a name has been on The Simpsons.
Yeah, I'm nobody.
No.
Hey, I'm not wrong. Anyways.
Although I will tell you, I am somewhere in the movie Roller Coaster. I'm somewhere
What?
in there.
Oh,
Yeah, the movie Roller Coaster, because my football team, uh, I forget what league that is. Midget league, is that it for football? Midget league.
don't know.
When you're about
What?
anywhere between 10 and 13, there's a league for football, and we
Oh,
played in that
Pop
league,
Warner.
and the coach took us, coach and my dad all escorted us and or chaperoned us and took us to King's Dominion the day they were filming the movie Roller Coaster. George Siegel was there, a couple other actors, I can't remember their names.
Is it Siegel or Seagal? I
Siegel.
don't know.
With George Siegel, it's Siegel. With Steven Seagal, he says it's that way. He says he's Sicilian. I don't know. I love that. Team America, Lisa has a fucking business card.
I know we're not there yet, but the song part is hilarious.
Yeah. Well, it's a part musical. So I want to point out too, great moment there when Spotswood, that's it. It's the boss's name, right? Spotswood.
Spotswood.
Yeah, he says, and if this doesn't sound like what you want to do, the door's right there. He goes, oh, okay, thanks. He turns around out the door, and he goes, huh, I wasn't expecting that. Great fucking line.
What year did this come out?
2004.
Yes, it's
Really?
going to be 21.
Wow.
And it's soon to be 20. Because the movie I think was done not during the summer. I can't remember. Was it summer release?
I don't know, but man, this would have been a perfect year for a sequel.
I tell you, the only reason it didn't happen because the Chiodo brothers were absolutely amped to do a sequel, but Trey Parker and Matt Stone found the ordeal of making this movie arduous as hell. One of the hardest things they'd ever done. Okay, here we go. Now, this is one of the few moments where you have humans in the movie. Is when he's like doing his little tour, and you see humans, regular humans, not puppets, walking down the stairs behind him. Because he's actually going to these real memorials. I thought that was kind of funny that they did this. He's just a dog standing there.
I must have missed this part. I gotta rewatch it again soon.
And also, there's two scenes in the film where human hands are used. One for when Michael Moore smashes the detonator button, and another time when the main tough guy on the team flicks the cigarette. I think he flicks it at Sam Jackson, or no,
in the oil on the ground.
Tim Robbins.
Tim Robbins. He says, "You forgot one thing. I like to smoke," and flicks the cigarette at him, covered in fuel. Now, again, this is another good one too. A lot of people didn't notice it. It was the first thing I saw when I looked to the left. You can't miss it on the left. That a lot of those little houses are just Chinese food boxes from a restaurant. That's all they are. And they got the little umbrellas from daiquiris and shit all over the place. It's fucking crazy, this movie. The world, what do they call it? Known objects. That's what it's called, known objects, where they use known objects that are not in scale with the movie used as props. I think it was October.
It's pretty clever.
I'm looking right now. Team America World Police release date October 15th, 2004. That's what I have. Yeah. The world premiere of Team America World Police took place on October 14th as the opening day event for the first day of the Denver Film Festival. So I love the depiction of Kim Jong-il in this. They actually used photo references of things that came out of North Korea to build the palace. This Chechenian terror is so fucking funny. Oh, 05. Okay. Yeah, they differ. I really don't like that. It's like premieres should all take place at the same time, but each country has its own rules and shit that they got to meet. We take weapons later. Mm.
I was
And I love Trey Parker's Kim Jong Il voice. What's that?
I was wondering if this was shown in North Korea.
Look, there is no fucking way,
No.
no fucking way he didn't see this movie. Absolutely no, he saw this movie.
I guarantee you, Kim Jong Il saw this movie.
Yeah, Il and Un both are big movie fanatics. So I guarantee you he saw this fucking movie. I have zero doubts.
And that's why he started his nuclear program.
Well, rumors came back that it pissed him off.
Of course. What do you expect?
Get the fuck out of here. I love this fucking accent. And another one they do, it's sort of the a parody of Face Off when they've got to you know, what's it called? Almorphinize or whatever they call it.
Valmorphanization.
Valmorphanization, their own made up word. I love it. And they're going to do that to his face and turn it, and you see the computer graphics and all this shit. And hear the sounds of surgery, you see the blood and all the work they do. And when it's all done, the reveal is so fucking ridiculous. That is just, they get patches of fucking hair glued to him and put brown faced him. It's shoe polish or something. It's fucking crazy. Like, oh my God. Just an absolute crack on fucking Face Off. Because even Animus said that movie was ridiculous. I'm like, yeah,
Oh yes, do you remember that?
Yeah.
So
And by the way, when you watch this film, it makes fun of America, makes fun of the world, but there's one person in particular, because they mention a lot of names. But do you know one person not mentioned in this movie? Who was president in 2004?
Bush.
They did not make fun of Bush in this.
Why?
And I don't know. I know that they're what you would refer as independent, libertarian, and conservative, both Matt Stone and Trey Parker. But they also have some liberal views on things, just like I do. And so I don't know why they decided to do that, because I didn't like George Bush.
I liked him because I liked him as a kid. Now that I heard all the stuff afterwards, it soured me. But you know,
what soured me with him is he butchered the English language and annoyed the shit out of me. But I did think it was funny that he thought it was funny when people make fun of him for it. Like Will Ferrell made the joke about strategery. So Bush actually called his briefings strategery meetings because of Will Ferrell. He thought it was funny.
he did not look.
It's not just based on it. There are a lot of things that it's making fun of and using for reference. But yes, Megaforce, which was a terrible movie. I mean, it's really bad. And I went to see it because Bostic was in it. And he ended up becoming the governor on that show, Spin City. But he was a good actor. I met him. Fuck you, Tom. I love you, man. Get on here with us just for a few minutes. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this damn movie. Do you think that's what it was? Because I was always curious why they didn't take a shot across his bow, because I knew they weren't Bush supporters. Okay, there you go. That's goldfish crackers in the top of that basket. The crazy shit you find. All the palm trees are made out of dollar bills.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Dollar bills, yeah.
When the Panama scene, all the plants you see are marijuana. They're all marijuana plants. The jungle is marijuana. It's fucking funny the shit they do in this. Also, again, the pyramids are right there all together, and sphinxes are all close.
Yeah,
Can
same
I-
thing that they
ruins.
did for Paris. All the sites
Yeah.
in one tiny little location.
One spot, exactly. And of course, the towel on his head is fucking just a towel that's wrapped the way a woman wraps her hair. Sorry. And that fucking makeup. It's just terrible.
Oh, we have a bridge.
Yay.
Wow. He beat me to it.
True.
Well, instead of a back door, I will give you the first Gary.
Gary?
An infidel! Kill her!
Throwing out about 1,000 rounds, and the dancer and the fucking bartender and the band are the only ones not killed.
Dude,
For some magical fucking reason.
dude, that bar is a rough recreation of the cantina of Star Wars.
Yeah.
The
No,
band, even the music.
Yeah, but
You
wasn't
said
it?
that the music is from the cantina.
It looks
Yeah.
more Indiana Jones than Star Wars. Or am I wrong?
No, it's Star Wars.
They do make fun of Hans Blitz.
Hmm.
Blix.
Blix.
They make fun of
Well,
him in this. And we kill him, in fact.
With sharks.
And those are sand sharks. They're little tiny sharks. And it was great that they did that. Hans, you're busting my balls.
Right, Tim?
Yeah, it's never going to change, Tim. Never going to change.
But we'll just go back to hiding.
We look at how many actors have ruined their career that just over the last year. Got that fucking towel.
Okay, let me run Steam's video.
By what name are you known?
There are some who call me Tim.
Oh my god, this movie. So I guess I'll play another clip here.
Do it. Do it now.
Get to the chopper.
I'll do
Oh my god, look at that.
just it's so insulting what they did here. It's funny as hell. Yeah, he walks up and they're like, "Did he freeze? And like, is he gonna do it? Oh my god, he's too scared. He can't do it." And what is it he says? Durka
Muhammad Jihad.
Muhammad
Durka
Jihad.
Muhammad Jihad.
I don't remember.
And he
but it's
says it
something
in such
like
an
that.
emphatic way, and they go, "Oh!" It's like it's so fucking funny, the reaction. Hey, Vinzinger, how you doing, buddy? Like the lanterns and shit are cheese graters with steam, vegetable steamers for the tops.
Wait, is that a mask on that guy on this last scene? Like a gas mask?
Yeah, there was a guy with a gas mask.
Because that is a shout out to the Star Wars when you see the aliens in their booth, and there's an alien with what it looks like a gas mask.
Okay. I must have missed that too. Go figure.
It's okay, Sarah. I treasure your friendship. Oh my god, it's so okay. I love it. It's so fucking Michael Bay and Jerry Bruckheimer. A Nebraska boy.
Hey, Gary, have you ever seen Chitty Chitty Bang Bang before?
Of course I have. That was a Christmas movie to watch as a kid. Every Christmas, that movie.
It's
would come on
free
to
with
watch.
ads on YouTube.
Yeah, it's great. That's a movie everybody needs to see at one time or another. And really, when you as an adult watch it, that's fucking weird.
It's creepy.
Yeah, Benny Hill's character in it.
I was gonna say what's the catcher? I can't think of what. I know the character, but I can't think of the name. What they call him, but in the one town. But I'll be covering that. I'll be covering that soon.
Cool.
On a watch along. But anyway,
my goat's screaming. Oh my god, that was so fucked up. Because he's telling the story about his parents, and it's
he's
basically
Goats,
he's
yeah.
telling the parody of his what happened with his family, and he's using method acting. That's what this whole thing's about, is method acting. That he's taking his own experience and changing things for them to understand. Family turned into goats. It was really very clever and funny to me.
The funny thing is he begins to tell the story and you think he's telling his real story, how bad guys came to the village and shooting and massacre and yada yada, and then he drops that it's goats, his goats, that he could hear them scream.
And what this is, and this is another Gary moment here. I find it so funny that the name Gary is mentioned so often in this movie. And what's funny is usually when that happens, I go, huh? The minute I hear the name Gary, I'm like, what? Yeah, here's the song playing the great hard rock version.
So, question: do you think this movie still holds up today?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It does on its criticisms because it's still the same fucking problem. Everything they talk about in this movie is relevant to today. This is so fucking fun. It's me, because he's signal and they forgot the signal. And the guys in the binoculars. There's a guy there. Looks like he's saying, "Kiss me, kiss me."
He's
Fucking
doing the
asshole.
signal.
Yeah, he's doing the signal. They forgot it. They forgot what the signal is. Oh, it's so fucking funny. Yeah, it looks like he's saying, "Kiss me, kiss me." Fucking asshole. Then fires rockets, destroys another landmark. It's all they do is destroy landmarks.
They get criticism for it in the end. They get a lot of heat. Team America.
Well, that's where the whole dicks comes from. Dicks, pussies, and assholes.
Yeah.
I love this. There we go. There's the
Such a weird
masked person.
speech.
Gary? Just starts blasting that fucking Gatling gun.
I should use one of these clips to get your attention when I'm talking to you and you're not paying attention.
Oh, we should
What?
edit that
No,
clip and put your voice saying Gary.
Oh God, no.
She's already
Oh,
irritated
yeah.
with me because she said something about me not paying attention. And then I said, "What?" It's
He's
a
an
good joke.
asshole. He would totally do that.
I'm
No,
a dick.
he's a
Wait,
dick.
Gary is?
I'm a dick.
He's not to me, but I guess whatever.
Not to you.
You can use it. I don't care.
So here we go. This is the second video.
Gary?
Still just blasted this place and then calls his name out again. It's so fucking funny to me. And this next clip I'm going to play is one of my favorite moments in the film. It's like right after she grabs him on the motorcycle. She's about to jump over him. They used $100,000 computerized camera system to do some of these shots. The guy who did the camera work for The Matrix was the DP on this film, guys.
Wow.
So here you go. This is right as she saves him, this is what happens.
Surprise, cockfangs!
Line.
We are so demonetized today.
Oh yes.
I'm just gonna go play it again. Not playing.
Surprise, cockfangs!
There we go.
Surprise, cockfangs!
It played
It
twice
wouldn't
for
play
me
for me.
now.
I had some
It played
lag.
twice.
Now, tell me, are you tired of having a YouTube channel or something?
No, he just doesn't like money.
I love money. I just what happened?
Matinee.
Oh, we lost Martin.
Ruh-roh.
Do you know where we at in the slideshow? Oh, he's back. Okay.
What happened?
I pressed the wrong key.
Ruh-roh.
You're such a boomer, Martin.
Okay.
I thought that was Gary's job.
All right.
Emma?
I'm on
See
it.
that
I'm on
back
it.
door earlier? I'm going to go ahead and play this.
The Back Door by Kinsey Masing. Some people are scared to enter the back door. It's an area many have yet to explore. The front door might be nice and easy, but the back door can be just as breezy. The back door might seem dark and scary, but there's no reason to be wary. The back door might be overgrown and bushy, so sometimes you have to be extra pushy. Just shove those bushes to the side and let the back door open wide. Without much use, that back door might need some extra juice. Don't be alarmed if it has a smell. Just be sure to wash it well. All your friends use the back door. The front door can be such a bore. Entering through the back door can be exciting. You won't know until you've tried it. So the next time you have to decide, just use that back door and come inside.
That
There we
is
go.
so weird.
Wow.
The fuck.
You know
Okay.
that, Martin. He played it before.
I
Never
know
heard
it, but dude,
Yeah, I know.
it never ceases to.
Mark.
Where are you, Mike? Where are you?
He's wondering if he really wants to join now.
Yeah. Now he
Maybe I
probably doesn't
should.
want to anymore. Or that clip makes him want to join because it's right up his alley.
Yeah, this whole
Go
Peter
away, we're
Jennings
waiting for
thing.
you.
Well, the news hasn't changed since 95 or whatever year this came out. Or,
Oh, by the way, I have a clip from this one. I forgot. Sorry, guys.
It's me! It's me! Looks like he's saying, kiss me, kiss me. Smart ass motherfucker!
Yep.
Is that Baldwin? Well,
Yeah.
It's supposed to be Tim Robbins,
Mm.
FAG.
what is What is it supposed to stand for?
Film.
Film.
Instead of
Actors
SAG, it's the other word.
Oh.
I love it. Rainbow skies, gumdrop smiles. Oh my God, Sean Penn. Sean Penn fucking hated him. Liv Tyler.
Matt
Matt
Damon.
And Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
I wish that they would do news like this for real. That'd be great with just puppets.
Okay, Gary, how would they do the shark, like the water tank?
They were
It's
real.
just
Oh,
yeah, it's a real large water tank. You know, they're sand sharks. Yeah,
Oh, so
they're really tiny.
The sharks are real. The cats are too.
Hans
Panthers.
Bricks.
who's that?
He was a
supposed
big
to be?
pain in the ass. That's Hans. Hans.
Blitzer.
No, Blix from the United Nations. Here we go. Let me play this.
Celebrities are lashing out. Alec Baldwin is head of the Film Actors Guild.
The Film Actors Guild believes that what the world needs is compassion, not violence.
Yeah, he's like Groot. Groot can only say Groot. Yeah, Hans Blix. You're breaking my bones.
Or else.
Or else what?
You need to show me your whole palette, or else.
Or else what? We'll write a letter. Very angry. Be angry with you. It's like, well, that's how useless the UN is.
Yep.
Little more to the left. Fuck you, Alec Baldwin. My faith in you has fallen.
Is this where he sings finally? Or is
Yeah,
it?
why can't? Yeah, he's like, why? Can't I have better people around me and all that shit? And then he starts singing, "So lonely," and it gets in your head. Even Anna was talking about it. It's like, I got that song in my head. I'm like, I know.
I haven't heard it in a while,
Trey
but I was
Parker.
like, yeah.
Trey Parker and his songs, man. People forget that he wrote that song, Blame Canada, fucking nominated, and Robin Williams performed it live at the Oscars that year.
Right there about to your rep.
Richard Moore to your left. God.
Oh my god.
I really hate to do this, but I gotta run.
Oh, okay, Wade. Take it easy,
Already?
man.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta get. I was supposed to do stream tonight, but I pushed it back today, so that's why I'll come back on another whenever you want me back, Gary, to make up for
No
it.
problem, buddy. Anytime you want to.
Yeah. And as far as you three, you guys can join watch alongs whenever you're free, and I do them. But anyways, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're awesome. Peace.
Thanks, Red.
You take care, brother.
Now we have a question here from Tom Baker, of which I know nothing about. Did more
I got to tell you the truth, Tom. I've not seen that. I know that Heston was treated pretty badly, and I started hating Jim Carrey when he mocked him. And I'm like, well, what the fuck did you do during civil rights? You were fucking sucking on your mom's tit. That's what you were doing. If he was even born then. He was one of the few actors to ever step up and fight for civil rights. He was up front before any other celebrity. He was the first one out there fighting for civil rights. So people like that just can suck a dick. So this is a great scene. Michael Moore too. He's a piece of shit. I was just wondering, and this scene just fucking kills me. Why can't we? He's like, he leans in to kiss her, and she's like, "We can't. I can't. This is too soon. I just lost my boyfriend that was almost my fiance." It's like, it's so fucked up. This is your typical Jerry Bruckheimer kind of love story. The funniest part is when she says, I can't, but if you could promise, that you would never die, I would sleep with you right now. And his eyes get so huge the way they did that. That was great. Yeah, you can't blame yourself for what the gorillas did.
Are you going to play that clip?
I'm waiting for the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, because he tries to kiss her. And this is it right here. Okay, Now I can play it.
Oh, we have a meth raid. Oh my goodness.
Hi, Raiders.
Thanks, Meth. How you doing, buddy?
Kapla! Yes, when all the actors scream Kapla!
Yeah, that is so fucking funny.
That was one of the moments that really made me giggle in this movie.
La, you see Klingon.
That was funny.
So anyway, here we
Funny, funny, not silly funny.
Only if you could promise me you'll never die.
You know I can't promise that.
If you did that, I would make love to you right now.
I promise I will never die.
Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. I would make love to you right now. I promise I will never die.
Thankfully, she takes him home. They don't do it there and then.
And it's so, I mean, the idea behind this love scene is just so nasty, but at the same time, it's funny as fuck because it's dolls with strings.
Might be the only time in movie history that you see naked puppets.
Oh my god, it's fucking so goofy. And that the MPAA had problems with that, even though they have no genitals.
Yeah, that is just stupid.
There we go. Now, if you watch in any of the shots here where you see plants, if they're palm trees, they're made of money. And if they're plants, they're like bushes and stuff, they're all marijuana. Super 8 camera. What is it, 70s?
They just destroy everything.
This is your typical disaster moment in a Jerry Bruckheimer film.
Oh,
Tom.
The boss
Hello,
man.
Tom.
Hello. I can't stay long. I'm busy editing, but I thought I'd pop in real quick.
Yeah, this is the famous Panama destruction scene, the Panama Canal.
Well, I heard you guys mention the sex scene. Well, like the thing that's funny about this movie is even though there's an unrated cut, Matt and Trey consider the theatrical cut their director's cut. Because
Really?
all that added stuff that's in the unrated cut was put in there on purpose so that they could compromise with the MPAA.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like they knew that when they got in there, they were going to come out and they were going, it's NC-17, unless you cut some things.
I would
so
actually
they knew that they would be able to like compromise and say, well, if we cut this, and this out of this scene, can we keep all the other stuff? And they'd be, yeah. And that's exactly what happened. It's the same thing that basically happened with South Park. Yeah.
Yeah. South Park. And they couldn't believe, the MPAA couldn't believe they let that slip. They approved Bigger, Longer, and Uncut as the title.
Well, that's kind of why they were being jerks this time around, because they realized how much shit they had gotten under their noses the first time. Because for those who don't know, like Matt and Trey there's this great documentary, and I think they're in it.
It's called Rated R. We need to see this. This movie
is not yet rated, actually, is what it's called.
Yeah, that's it.
And I think they're in it, and they talk about how fucked the system is. And they basically blow it out of the water that if you're part of the studio system, they will give you every note you need to fix your movie. But if you're not part of the studio system, they can't tell you what to do to fix your movie because they can't involve themselves in the art. Okay, well, why that is a big deal, especially back then, not so much now, but back then, was because do you realize, first of all, you'd have to submit your film as a fucking film, not a videotape, a film. And do you realize how much it is to actually make
expensive.
It's expensive to get a film printed. And every time you have to resubmit it, right, and make those changes in the mean, and you're talking about going back, and in some cases, you have to fuck with the entire workflow to remove those bits and pieces and scenes and shit. And so you're talking about hundreds, if not more than that, thousands of dollars worth of work to try and keep sending it back and forth to the MPAA. Exactly. Yeah.
Every single time they have to put it to film, I think it's $10,000
at least. And back then, I think it was a little cheaper than it is now, but because now it's like astronomical because there's nobody doing it but Kodak. But that's not the point. Point is, so
the
they knew how this
process
was,
is about 10,000,
and they figured this out between. Yeah, and they figured this out between Basketball and South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, and when they did the Cannibal the musical before. So,
which I love. I have that. I love that.
Yeah,
movie.
so because then they couldn't tell them anything, but then when they were on Basketball, they're like, "Huh, they're giving us all sorts of fucking notes. They never gave us notes before. The whole reasoning behind the notes, they're like, that was bullshit." So when they got to South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, they threw everything, including the kitchen sink, at them, knowing that they were going to have to like deal with all that. So like they would send it in, they would get notes back, and they would resubmit it with new shit in it they didn't have in it last time.
Right, they didn't change anything, they just added. Right.
Well, no, and they would even add more shit on top of it all. So like that's why that movie is so insane, because they kept just adding and adding and adding more crazy shit to it. And they're like, because they would pinpoint something else, but they would let 2 or 3 of the other new jokes go. So like before you knew it, like the whole movie was like this. Because then after the fact, even especially because of the title was the last big thing they were arguing about. Because after they finally got the final cut and set, because the title was South Park Goes to Hell. That's the original title. And MTV and everybody else, Comedy Central and everybody else wouldn't sign off on the name because they couldn't put any ads on television before 9 p.m. in all markets on networks, is because it had hell in the title.
Yep.
At that time. Now I don't think it really matters as much, but hey, anyway, that being said, so like they threw the title in there, okay, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, because it's like the TV show, only it's, but they knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah, the MPA doesn't understand when they're dealing with somebody that fucking intelligent.
No, but the problem between that and this was a nightmare to fucking make. This movie was such a fucking nightmare for them to make. They vowed never to make another movie again.
I know people
until
were
South
wanting a
Park
sequel, and they're
done.
like, no way, they're not,
and they'll never make a sequel to this. Fuck that. They'll
even the Chiodo brothers, because I they're
Chiodo or Kyoto, however you pronounce it. They were like totally like, yeah, this movie was not what they were expecting. And you're talking like, because every puppet that's on screen, you got to have 2 or 3 people operating each one. And the little intricacies of the each scene, and if one little thing goes wrong, you got to start over again. And they were shooting this on film still. This wasn't when digital existed. I mean, that's what I'm saying. So like it
was right at the onset of digital.
It was right on the onset. So like there's some digital effects in the movie, but that's not the point. The point is they were doing, this took them almost a year of their life or more than that just to shoot it.
It's almost 100% practical.
And then when it didn't do as well at the box office as they were hoping, I'm sure that really kicked them in the nuts too. So they were like, yeah, from this point on, we're never going to make another movie unless South Park is done. Now they do supposedly have some secret movie coming out. But so I don't know what this secret project is they supposedly have coming out this year or next year on Paramount Plus, but we'll see.
I'm hoping that they don't go woke, because they kind of went woke for a little bit, and I was like, what is going on here?
I don't think they went woke so much as they kind of lost their way, and they also got kind of fucked by the election, because I think like they, like everybody else, assumed that Trump was not going to win. Like, I mean, yes, I know some people are like, I always knew Trump was going to, well, let's be real. Like the mainstream media and most people, even people who were rooting for him, were still at that point yet like, yeah, he's probably not going to win until holy shit, he fucking won. Because they said flat out, had they known that was even a slight possibility, they would have never had Garrison in that position, because that fucked everything up for them for the next couple of years in trying to write that show. And it really just screwed up their entire plans for everything going forward. And so they learned from that experience, stay away from the politics shit. So that's why they stayed out of this election on top of the lawsuit that's going on right now between Warner and Paramount. But they were also just like, there's no sense in getting into it, because it's not really what our show's about. We can comment on it in other ways without concentrating on the election and who wants to be a part of all that kind of shit again this year, that kind of a thing. And so when they do come back, I'm sure they'll be, because they've been coming back strong, right? Like they did stumble a bit through the COVID stuff, but once that was
their Blade Runner spinoff movie they did, which I enjoyed, by the way, but it was like story-wise, they had problems.
Which one are you talking about now?
The one where they go into future.
Oh, you're talking about the special? Yeah.
Yeah, one of the
well, like pretty much
special
from
movies.
streaming wars on, they were starting to kick into gear, and like that Kathleen Kennedy episode was fucking superb.
That was the best thing they'd done, yeah.
In a while. And then there was a few other episodes after that, the specials or episodes or whatever that were really good. Like so they've been getting back into like this last one I was kind of like whatever, but I mean it wasn't that bad either, so it was just fine. But no, at this point I'd love to see a sequel. I don't think one will ever happen. But no, this movie is fucking hilarious. It's really kind of one of those movies that at the time it came out, it was kind of one of those movies that, you know, you weren't supposed to watch. You know, it's almost like forbidden or foreboding or how you put it. Because it was just, yeah, just so controversial. Yeah.
So I'm going to point out again, Trey Parker impresses me with this film. He did Gary Johnson, the main character, Joe Smith, Carson, Kim Jong-il, Hans Blix, Matt Damon.
Well, it's basically
Tim
like
Robbins.
a South Park episode, right?
Yeah, because he does so many of the fucking voices.
They all do, both do, yeah.
And by the way, for your enjoyment, here you go.
And Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
He's a fan.
And you didn't get
That's
to
it.
hear the opening. So let me play this for you real quick. You'll enjoy this. I found a punk band, and YouTube didn't claim me when I uploaded it to see if they would claim me when I did the title. So check this shit out. This is a one-man band. That's fucking awesome, dude.
Sounds almost like the original, yeah.
It does. It's so close, but at the same time, I can hear the nuances because that's Trey Parker singing. He has this weird thing he does right back here in the back of his throat that makes it sound, there's almost a sarcastic nature to his voice. Did you ever listen to their band? DVDA, double vag,
Well, I
double
mean, of
anal.
course, I heard all this.
Oh my god.
For most of the stuff.
That's a name?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a punk band. They have a punk band. Yeah, it's good. I loved it when they played at Red Rock, man. That was a great concert
Orgasmo
they
was
had.
the other movie. That was the movie, not Cannibal.
Well, you and I,
Orgasmo.
when we first started talking about doing shows together, that was one of the movies on the list. to
Well,
do.
when I was talking about earlier, that was the movie they were talking. It wasn't Cannibal. It was Orgasmo is what they ran into troubles with. Yeah.
Oh,
because
with
Cannibal
censorship,
was Cannibal was barely even released. It was, I forgot all about Orgasmo.
It's
That was the one.
It's a trauma film. And in fact, they don't even have the film anymore. It's lost.
I know.
Okay,
You got the new Blu-ray.
Here's my clip. All right, here we go. Michael Moore.
Filmmaker Michael Moore is also jumping on the Fuck Team America bandwagon. Protesting is not enough. We must take radical action against the fascists in our own country.
I think the way he talks. Oh my god. And I love the way they treat, and they even said in an interview that they treated acting like it was the Force in this movie. If you have that, you have that magical power and strength. You can save people, save the world with the Force acting. Anima could not stand this movie. I felt so bad for her. She did laugh at a few scenes. She goes through so much being my fiance.
I still don't know how you were so surprised that I didn't like it.
It's not. It's the brutalness that you do, because it almost hurts my feelings when you say things. Because I really like this movie a lot, and you're
I
like,
don't care.
can't
You tried to
stand
make
this.
me watch South Park, and I hated it. I just never.
Oh, if
got
she
it.
don't like
one
South
episode-
Park, then there's no way she was going to like this.
She
man.
liked one episode. I showed her one
That
that I
doesn't
knew she
count.
liked.
Everybody likes at least one episode.
So this is
I
the
got her to
third
watch
movie
one,
that
and
I
she
had
says,
to watch that I didn't
if the
like.
show is always like that, I would watch it. It is not always like that.
Trust me, I've had enough girlfriends dealt with the same thing. Like, I hate South Park, and then you'll eventually get to an episode. They're like, "Well, that one wasn't so bad." It's like, see, no, that doesn't mean I'm still gonna watch it. All the rest of the stuff sucks.
There's just so much stuff to watch that I actually like.
Sorry, I don't mean to make women sound that bad, but it's true. That's exactly what they say. They're like, "No, I'm not gonna watch it again."
It's juvenile humor.
Well, it's not so much juvenile humor. It's just not their style. I get it. I
I consider it very
South Park
juvenile.
has a probably very 80% male-driven audience. I'm sure. So
because I told you, Josh Becker said that to me one time. He says, I don't find your juvenile humor funny. I said, what? He says, yeah, your humor is juvenile. I said, your face. He didn't get it. I was using juvenile humor to lash out at him. He laughs at some of my stuff, but he was just absolutely not into.
Well, I don't see their humor as so. I mean, they do use juvenile humor. Don't get me wrong, but I see their.
They
humor
mix
it's
it in
more
there a lot.
satire. It's more.
Well, there's satire, there's parody, but
yeah, parody. Yeah.
The minute they start getting into the crude stuff, it's absolutely juvenile, and I love that. This is actually
I want you to get on your knees.
The whole thing about give me oral sex, then you'll prove it. It's like, what? You serious?
How do you expect me to trust you? All right, let's get this over with.
This mix seems pretty cool. They had a lot of fucking violence in this. And again, that was dealing because of the MPAA.
You are worthless, Alec Bowen!
You are worthless, Alec Bowen. You are worthless, Alec Bowen. You failed in every way, and now my stock in you has fallen. Your career is down, and you're worthless, Alec Bowen. That's why I blew your head off, and your children are all boring.
If Gary is fit, I love that Gary is the main name of this film. It's funny to me.
Gary?
An infidel!
Gary?
An infidel. Yeah, you got a lot of clips out of this movie, just with your name.
All right, so I got to play this clip now. There we go.
What the hell? Prepare to die! Jesus, titty fucking. Christ!
Again, that was a human hand for that, and they used the human hand for the flick the cigarette, which was something they always did in the classic Jerry Anderson stuff. You would see them reach for a panel, the puppet, and then it would cut to a close-up, and you'd see a human hand manipulating the buttons. And I remember as a kid going, how did they do that? Because I thought it was still a puppet, unaware of what they did. I have no intelligence. We have no intelligence. That's a fucking funny line. Submarine firing rockets at him.
Yeah.
And again, so many different forms of art is used in the making of this movie. It just really ramped it up.
Hey, the big
Hey,
mouth.
Alpha. What's up, buddy? And of course, the World Police is sort of a parody of our own military. And I remember a lot of my buddies talking about how they love this movie when they're in the military. And it made him laugh. Hans Bricks. Here we go. I'm so
Rory.
The way he holds on to that accent is just brilliant. And those little statues, those Germanic statues, the porcelain ones that people collect. I forget what they're called.
I like when he wanders around singing, and in one shot you see people being tortured.
Being tortured in behind him. I know, right?
While he sings this sad song. And the statue that he walks past is actually a real person. And you can tell because they're not doing a very good job standing still. But I like that.
Smartest most Trevor.
They made 3 different pairs of glasses, varying the thickness, and then they chose which ones were good. And they needed to be oversized. I think they nailed him.
Hummel. That's what they are. Hummel figures. I just looked it up. Again with the fucking Chinese food boxes for houses. This scene definitely was not something for Anima to watch. I sped through it because I knew she wouldn't like it. The fucking vomit.
Oh, I love that scene. That's the best scene in the whole movie.
Too. I fucking love it because you think it's over and then again the music.
See? And to me, this is just gross and annoying. There's nothing funny about it.
I love the attention to detail because on every arching, his eyes open and he's got his little kick in the back, and it's just like people do it.
Yeah. This guy's got chunks in his fucking whiskers, and that was funny to me. Because he looks like he's already thrown up. This is where it comes from. That the speech that he gives at the end of the movie is from this moment. And I thought it was neat. It was foreshadowed. There's George Harrison from the 70s. Get out of here, bum. I'm like, is he staggering or is the puppet master staggering? I don't know. Which is it here? God, he's leaning at angles you humanly can't lean. He's calling out her name like she's in the alley. It's so goofy. Then this bitch up in the window starts yelling at him. You know, what happened to your life, bum? Get out of here. And I guess, you know, if you want to be poetic in this, throwing up here is actually representing him releasing the demons, maybe symbolically. His body rejecting what he's done.
Yeah, poetic vomit, right.
Anything can be a metaphor. It's like, you know, they ran a tube through his, you know, the leg and up through the body. This is fucking great. Just ridiculous. And the final shot is him laying down in the middle of a lake of vomit. And I have that one story when I got drunk one night and fell asleep on my drum kit.
No.
I woke up and my face was stuck to my snare. When I pulled up, I had a ring of dried plastic like vomit stuck to my face. I'd thrown up on the drum head. And it dried while I was asleep. It was like vomit peanut brittle. Ethan Hawke, Helen Hunt. Oh my God. They shit on everybody. Tim Robbins. Him and Sarah Saran. God, they were just I could stand them. George Clooney, Sarah. There she is, Susan Sarandon, not Sarah. Oh, absolutely. As much as we joke about it, the fact is it keeps being put onto us. That role. I know what you're talking about, Alpha.
Thankfully, to this point, America hasn't said, fuck it. We're out. That would be bad.
Oh, the world's in trouble if we start saving them. You see, I'm about to have an elaborate piece. I just love the way he does these lines.
And he never sleeps.
And that was the new slang word at the time, WMDs. For every few years you get a new one. Like UAPs, thanks to Hillary Clinton and her ilk. Because it wasn't cool to say UFO.
Speaking of Hillary Clinton, I think I got to disappear, so.
Oh man,
yeah, no, I got some work I got to take care of. I wish I could stick around and talk with you guys about it, but yeah, I got to deal with some shit here. So thanks for having me. Though.
I'll talk to you a little bit later, and we'll decide what we do next week.
All right, take care.
Bye, Tom.
You, buddy. Bye. Yeah, I love hanging out. AMC theaters. You see that? And again, with Hollywood, everything was like right around the sign. You see that? The Academy building, all of that was right there at the Hollywood sign, if you pay attention. So they did it with every country because people that aren't from there don't know the geography. And by the way, that was one of the most expensive props in the film is his glasses. They had several pairs made.
3 pairs, 3 different pairs. I said that a little earlier. Because they needed to see how thick the glasses needed to be for him to look the way they wanted him to look.
And overall, that was the most expensive character because even had multiple heads.
Yeah, my favorite is when he gets in the camera. He had one special head that could talk for a second and then go into a smile. And I fucking love that one.
Hello.
Here it is. This is a song that makes fun of Pearl Harbor.
I miss you more than that movie misses the point. Man, the music is the one thing. The music is the one thing in this that I really love. The music is brilliant, and the song text, especially all the shitting on Pearl Harbor. That's a movie
I'm just telling you,
watch.
Trey Parker is fucking brilliant, dude.
He is.
Yeah, Ben Affleck, he was terrible in that film. That he said Cuba Gooding should have had more scenes. Oh my god, this movie. I love you can actually see the radio control motorcycle fall over on the camera at one point when he's riding. It's like, why did they leave that in? I don't know. It's funny as hell. They damaged the heads.
The story of the surprise attack on a love triangle.
I just got a message that was from Cameron Pasha about joining us, but he may not be able to join until after 2:00 his time. So that's like 4:00 our time. So he'd be able to join us in the second hour when we talk about the Universal Monsters. I love Spotswood's design here.
That, or we pushed the show for an hour.
He's still sitting in the fucking chair, holding a broken tumbler in one hand and
Yes.
his
The
tie
champion
is
always moves.
permanently in his position. I'm like, this is so fucking good. And he says, will you let me go help him? I don't trust you. You walked out, Gary. The team went on a mission without you. I know I walked out, but I'd do anything to take it back. Really? Really? I want to believe you, Gary. I really do. Guys, boys. He's kind of like a deeper version of Phil Hartman. You get in my limo. You're afraid that I wanted oral sex. Yeah, I know. There's no I in Team America. Yes, there is. Oh, I don't even know. I don't know that term.
It's called an unicorn. That shit
Yeah,
doesn't
unicorn.
exist.
You want me to what? Oh, I'm serious. See this? This is my serious face. I love that line. You need to give me oral sex. Let me look around. There's nobody over there. Nope. Nobody, all clear. Pulls his pants down. All right, let's do it. Go. Just go.
Then he bends forward and you just see his strings.
And I love that you can still see the fucking strings. And it's like, oh my god. Oh my god, this is so fucking crazy. Okay, let's do it. Go. He just kept doing it. Go. This is taking forever in the slideshow. It's much longer. After Titanic, Hollywood decided that the all-audience formula was action for the guys, romance for the girls, and history spectacle for older audiences. Hence, Pearl Harbor, Enemy at the Gates. Now, I liked Enemy at the Gates. I thought it was a good film.
Yep.
You got it wrong, but I still liked it. Pearl Harbor, if they had taken the romance out of that, it would have been a good film. That romance was stupid. Oh, the song montage. You need a montage. Even Rocky had a montage.
Every Rocky film has at least one montage. In Rocky 3, I think it has two. So
Sweeps his leg out from under him. Yeah, the song starts to trail off and fade out. And it's actually saying, and now you fade out. The final images showing the time has passed, all that shit.
To make it feel longer, you use a fade out.
I liked we watched that. We actually did an episode on that one. And
Which one?
it's been
Oh,
I think
yeah,
it's been viewed a few thousand times.
Yeah, that's one
Our
of our
show
top
on
hits.
that one. And I thought Emmerich did a really good job. And the funny part about this is he's announcing himself. Not Hans Bricht, I'm sorry. The Korean dictator.
Kim Jong-il.
Kim Jong-il is actually doing the announcing. And then the light comes on and he goes, hello, hi. Like he's not the one announcing. And this is based off of stuff that we've heard that he'll have at his little personal concerts and shit at a palace. Like a girl on a moon is something that I remember reading something about like that. She was an opera singer. Good night, Gambit. Take it easy, man. Thanks for stopping in.
Bye, Gambit.
Yes, there was the ski episode where Stan has to ski against some guy over a girl. It was really based on all of those ski movies that came out in the 80s and early 90s. Ski Patrol, all that shit. I watched them. Fuck it. They were funny. Yeah, the only unrealistic thing about Alec Baldwin is he doesn't actually get to shoot anybody. It was just, I found that. It's not. This is the great Star Wars moment where he does the Jedi hand.
Yeah, getting into the Jabba's palace.
Yeah, getting into Jabba's palace is great. My God, his acting has gotten better. And that's an actual person, by the way. If you never noticed this, that is a guy. And it's different people each time. It's not the same person. So the face changes from scene to scene. And in fact, right there, it changed twice. It was two different people as the statue of Kim Jong-il. Yeah. So thank you. Better Off Dead.
Welcome, RJ Godzilla.
There's actually another film that's kind of like that too, but yeah, Better Off Dead has that scene in it. There was a movie, you should check it out sometime. I think it's called Ski Patrol. Skiing meant something else to us with our juvenile humor.
Okay. I think
It means it's a girl jerking two guys off. That's called skiing.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I did not need to know that. Thank you.
You asked.
I said, I think I don't need to know.
Okay.
He started explaining it because he's a dick. And yeah.
I need a montage. Hey, Godzilla's here. Yeah, because he pulls a gun out and is about to use it, and then he doesn't shoot anybody. So that's why it's not quite Alec Baldwin.
Yeah. And Tim Robbins, I think he complained too because he's proudly anti-gun.
Look out, it's Ethan Hawke and Janine Garofalo. God, I can't stand that bitch. Hey, Sharon. Oh my God. That was the other thing they did, because they discovered while making the South Park movie that you can't say that somebody needs to be shot, but if you shoot them in the movie instead, that's okay. So they just kill all these celebrities for that reason.
And before that, they make sure to keep them say their names, or other people say their names, so you know who is who.
Yep.
They make that very clear.
He's acting.
Yeah. The almighty power of acting.
Your powers
There it is,
are
the second
fading.
time.
Your acting is fading with age.
Yeah, this is where he tells his backstory about being manhandled.
By drunk stage actors, yeah.
Dude, so many things that were used as a joke in this movie came true some years after. Yes, cat handle.
There you go. Yeah, because it was the cast of Cats. That's right.
And they were all wearing the costumes. Oh, the cats.
Yeah, I'm going to pause it because I fucking love this scene. Garofalo, when she started talking about Tonkin Bay incident, and I'm like, in Vietnam, and I'm like, you don't know what you're fucking talking about. She was just a fucking idiot. She knew nothing about the history of the Vietnam War, blathering on Fox and Friends about it.
Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the fight, the multi-fight.
Sandra, what? Oh, Sandra Bernhardt. Yeah, ugly. That was an ugly woman. The language in this is just fantastic. Film Actors Guild. And according to Clooney and Matt Damon, they would have voiced themselves, but I'm glad they didn't. Because Trey Parker said we wouldn't have wanted them. We
Yeah.
wanted to do this without their
They
input.
They didn't want them, and they said if anyone had asked them to do it, they wouldn't have allowed it because actors are jerks. They didn't want to work with actors at all.
Oh, this is the part with the cigarette. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there's just gasoline everywhere, and he flicks the cigarette into a puddle that he's standing in. It's very cool how they pulled it off that he burns.
Well, what's really funny is the first fight scene was so retarded.
It was goofy,
that
yeah.
I thought all the other fight scenes would be different. And the fight scenes in this are actually kind of fun. Like this one, they're throwing punches. But that was just meant to be funny at the beginning of the film. Not all the fight scenes were going to be done the same. Breaks Matt Damon's neck.
I'm a smoker. Max Demon! Dude, where have you been?
Hey, Max Demon. It's been a while.
That's what I do call you. I call you Max Damon. Hey, I wanted to talk to you. You're the same account on Twitter, right? That's promoting that graphic novel. I dug that last night, and I saw the name, and I was wondering if it was you. Yeah, we need to talk later. Don't worry, nothing gay.
That's what you say.
Unless you want it.
I knew it.
There you go.
Oh, I said, I do.
No, Clooney did offer. This was said later, but Trey Parker and Matt agreed that they weren't going to have any celebs in the movie. That would be wrong. So it was the decision they made, going into production. This is great right here. He starts giving the speech about dicks, pussies, and assholes. Actors are pussies. Dictators are assholes. We're dicks. And sometimes we fuck pussies and sometimes we fuck assholes. It's just what it. But if you make it too much, sometimes you got to worry because you get shit on everything. One of the weirdest speeches ever, but I loved it. As I've joked many a time, everybody's a little gay. And there was this comedian once back in, I think, the 90s, said, I can prove it, because he said something very similar. He says, when you watch porn, do you want the guy to have a big or a small dick? It fucking cracked me up. It's like, that's funny. Do you want the guy fucking a girl to have a big or a small dick? Because pussies and that's it. I love that. Pussies and assholes are an inch and a half away from each other. Was that Ron White? I fucking love Ron White. He's funny and funnier than shit. You can call me Tater Salad. Do something, Eric Baldwin. God damn it. And then at the end, you find out the fucking Kim Jong-il is a fucking alien cockroach. And he escapes in a little rocket. And even though this movie did make its basic budget back, but I don't know if it earned enough to pay off the marketing. Because the budget on this was, I think, 32 million or 31 million, and I think it made 52 million, or it's 51 million and it was 32 million. One or the other. But either way, it wasn't a skyrocket hit, but it was a huge hit with fans. And especially guys in the military loved this movie when it came out. And but once it got released on video on demand and home video, it absolutely made its money back. They made a ton of money off this movie. Thanks to a brilliant actor named Gary Johnson. Puppets kissing, which is weird.
Not weirder than the sex scene earlier.
And I love how twice in front of people he starts talking about Gary Johnson giving him oral sex.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so proud of him. I knew he was going to make it when he had oral sex with me.
And nobody reacts. That's the whole thing.
No, it's just like, ever still plotting. This is really cool. That's a hissing cockroach. It's fucking awesome. The thing looked like it knew exactly where it was supposed to go.
How did they make that cockroach go into the ship?
I don't know. I have no clue, dude. But that was a real cockroach.
Yeah, it was.
No, here's the stop motion jump in the air going to their vehicles. That's this song again. Coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah. And the kind of cool part is, even though there's not an additional scene, you have to wait till near the end of the credits to hear the song "I Hate You," Alec Baldwin, and it's one of the best parts.
Whoops. Okay. That's the one.
I'm deeply offended by the stereotypical portrayal of my people with a pickle hob.
Pickle
The
helmet.
That is.
Pickle helmet.
The helmet with the spike.
Yeah.
Oh, the classic German helmet. It was meant to be defense against someone coming at you with a sword, and I remember there are a couple of uses for it.
Yeah, back in the Middle Ages.
No,
Not
they
anymore
in
now.
the 1800s too. Guys coming at you with a bayonet or a sword. That was one of the ideas of using it. Finally, they just said, nope, makes no sense. So they stopped putting them on the helmets. What do we got here today? We got a good audience. We had Penny, Sandra Hammerschlag, Tom Baker, the lovely Sherry. It was really nice. She hardly ever comes by. Pop Culture Republic was here. Slasher Fred, of course. Nadia, Real Wade Nation Gaming. She had to, I know Nadia had to leave because she had to go do her vampire stream. Gambit 1987. Let's see, Lord Thoth, the Comic Relief Crusader, Mikey. He never did join us. I'll be there in a few minutes. Remember he said that, motherfucker. Let's see, National Trails. Our good friend Zax was here. Let's see, Midnight's Edge After Dark. Tom actually joined us on the show. Fun having him here. Parrot Head, FKHC 2005. Tim. Venzinger was here, and of course our buddy All11 Alpha, who's still here right now. RJ Godzilla, Sauron Baggins, who's a new member, and of course our good friend Max Damon. So, or Max Damon. Oh man, yeah. This one's for you, buddy. This one's for you, Max.
And Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
This is for all the guys out there.
I like you. You have balls.
There you go. And I can't believe they got away with this, man.
Celebrities are lashing out. Alec Baldwin is head of the Film Actors Guild.
The Film Actors Guild believes that what the world needs is compassion, not violence.
You think we'll get in trouble for the music on this one?
Oh, I'm sure we'll hear something. Yeah.
We're in trouble anyway with this stream today.
Yeah, when he played the song Alec Baldwin,
Yeah.
I Hate You, Alec Baldwin, I was like, they're gonna claim us on that one. We'll have to have to be removed, sadly. So, but I want to thank everybody for being here. We had a good time today. I had a blast. Despite not having a big panel, it was fun. It was cool that Tom dropped in, Wade dropped by. Sad that Mikey, also known as Comic Relief Crusader, didn't make it.
Yeah, what the fuck, Mike?
Very disappointed, mister.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's wind this up. Thanks for coming, guys. Deeply appreciate you guys spending time hanging out with us. It's always fun. I hope you enjoyed the film today. Gave you some trivia. I like to get, bring a little knowledge to these things. And just know that there's still a chance that we'll one day get a sequel. Still a chance. It could be in the cards one day. As they get older, they start going, because they're they're between Matt Martin's and my age by just a few years. I think they split between us because they're still in that age group for you and me. And, they grew up on the same shit and have the same attitudes. And something you find that you didn't like or want to do when you were younger, as you get older, you go, I like I would like to go do that. So I'm hoping one day they'll give us a sequel to this. But it's got to be as smart. It's got to be as edgy. If they don't, if they're not skirting, if they're not skirting the edge of, the ragged edge of disaster, they did it wrong. So, but yeah, thanks a lot, Max. And by the way, let's talk on Twitter. I'll message you later. So, everybody, thanks a lot for being here. Appreciate it, and I hope everybody has a great weekend. Enjoy your Sunday. I know I'm going to be enjoying mine. I'm probably going to sleep pretty hard tonight. I'm tired already because I got up early today. So, and here's our outro video.
Hey guys, don't forget to click that like, subscribe, and notification button. We appreciate you watching the show. Now, back to it.
Shut up, Gary. All right, we're out of here, guys. Have a great Saturday. See you on Monday. Bye, guys.
This episode is brought to you by KY Jelly. If you're going skiing this weekend, do it with KY. That's all, folks.